Enzel looks at all of you and he says, "Damn it, I was afraid of this. I thought we had a better chance of getting through this quicker." So as he says this, he looks at all you again and says, "Please stand back." He whips out his starts pulling his rapier, and it is a beautiful, beautiful, elegant weapon. The blade is very, very thin with different sigils that you can't really make out what they are, and the hilt, it completely covers his hand, as well as covers almost a third of the blade. It almost looks like this is not even a weapon that he would actually fight with. It's a beautiful weapon. He pulls it out and he thrusts it up in the air, and as he thrusts the sword up in the air, all the sigils that are on the sword are just completely bright with a radiant looking light glow to it. And then he pulls it back down, he swings it around in a complete 360, and he just makes a quick line in the ground right in front of him towards where the fog is coming in. And all of a sudden you see just this heavy, heavy gust of wind just... And what happens is you actually see a path right through the fog. It's still dark. There's still fog around you, but you're able to make it completely through the fog with no hesitation. And as this happens, Enzel says, "Well, this should work for the time being. I do hope." And you all continue for another hour or so. You've basically been traveling for about 4 or 5 hours at this point.
As we continue, I feel like I need to say something to my companions. We aren't friends, but we have been forced into this together for some unknown reason, and while I don't quite understand why we've been chosen, and I would like some clarity on that, Enzel, I do want to let you know that last night I spoke to a few people in the tavern along with Lyra, and well, Giant and Naskira, you weren't there, but we did speak to some people, and they told us that there used to be 2 brothers hundreds of years ago who lived in this place, and they apparently fought each other, and were bitten by, one of them was bitten by a creature of unknown origins, could be vampire, werewolf, but it just seems that in, this team, that dynamic we're working in, that full disclosure is important, so I thought I'd tell you what we learned.
I'll chime in about the wolves as well, that we should expect at least halfway into our journey or longer. There seems to be a pack of them. So if we only have a clear sight forward, we should probably...
Who has the highest passive perception?
13.
13? 12? Lydia, do you have
13.
one?
13.
As you guys are talking about everything that you've heard and everything like that, Enzel, he's like, "Well, what you've heard is true, completely true. We are not heading into happy-go-lucky territory. This is a very dangerous mission that we're on, and the reason I chose all of you is your respective pasts, and I need the best of the best that I can get to help get rid of what can happen." As he's saying this, all of you who have a 13 perception, you hear a crack of twigs, and all of a sudden, any birds that were on any trees are flooding away as fast as they can. And then you start hearing, "Hoo!" You hear wolves howling in all different directions. And so he looks at you and he's like, well, here's the wolves you were talking about. He pulls his cloak over his head, and the second the cloak is completely on his head, he's gone. He's completely disappeared. He kind of pulls away. He's like, "I'm still here, but we need to be wary." And he says, "Eyes up, warriors." So out of the forest, there are at least a dozen wolves completely surrounding you. I need you all to roll initiative. The first wolf is going to go towards Little Giant, and he's going to make a bite attack. It's a 5. What's your armor class?
11.
That doesn't hit. Next wolf is going to do the same thing. Also rolled a 5. Does not hit. The next wolf is going to go for Lyra for a 19. Does that hit?
Yeah.
You're going to go ahead and take 4 piercing damage, and I need you to roll a dexterity, a d20 for dexterity saving throw.
13.
Cool. You just save yourself from being knocked prone. Next wolf is a 9, and that is going for Nespira.
I have an armor class of 13.
Doesn't hit. Next one is going to go for a 2 against. Sorry, Ari. What is your character's name again? I can't pronounce it.
Arsinoe.
So it goes for a 2. Does that hit? I imagine not. Okay. Next one is a 16 against Little Giant.
It hits.
It hits. You're going to go ahead and take
It hurts.
7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
14.
14, you succeed.
Whew.
Another wolf is going for a bite attack against you, Little Giant. 7.
They love me. They like
That's-
dwarves.
It's that shiny armor. Natural 20 on Arsinoe. So that hits, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and take 10 piercing damage. I need to roll a dexterity saving throw.
13.
You're good. 16 against Lyra.
That hits.
Okay. 4 damage.
A little hurt right now.
Now it is going to be Arsinoe's turn.
I am going to cast Flaming Spear.
You said it was a dex saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. One wolf gets a 16 and one wolf gets a 5.
One wolf passes, one wolf fails.
Okay, and what's the damage?
So 5 total.
5 damage total. He's looking hurt. He's definitely, that one's definitely smoldering. Is that the end of your turn?
On the wolf's turn. Yes, and then on the wolf's turn, they will
It-
take damage.
Take damage again, okay. So next is going to be Little Giant. It's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm.
You have like 4 wolves on you. They're all in melee range. Salute.
I'm gonna do a melee attack with my short sword. 16.
16 hits. So you're going for one wolf in front of you, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's the damage?
7.
7 damage. Yeah, that one you hit it. You slice right into it, and it's bleeding and kind of whimpering. So is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Next is going to be Wolfie.
I want him to huddle up back behind under my cloak. I don't
Okay.
really want him to be fighting the wolves. I also would rather not fight the wolves.
Okay.
I'm gonna be holding my bleeding arm and casting Speak with Animals. I'm trying to get out of this fight. So as I'm holding my bleeding arm, I kind of put my hand out to what I assume to be the alpha, who's one of the bigger wolves. I look at him and I go, look, we're not here to fight you. You know, you guys started the fight with us. We want to try to get to this manor to stop the evilness going around, which I would assume would be why you are out here as well. I hope that we could stop this fight and you could at least try to help us out so we may be able to help you out, as you did attack us first and we are just defending ourselves.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Roll 20. I love this dice.
Wow.
18 because it's -2, so 18.
As you say this to all the wolves, they all look at you, and he,
We do not want this either, but we're fucking hungry.
Am I possibly able to take rations out of my backpack, or is that not able to happen?
I'll allow it.
That maybe I could give that to them for them to allow us to pass, or even possibly help us.
I don't know when my turn thing is, but can I offer to cause or cast thaumaturgy?
Okay. Let's finish Lyo's turn really quick. Okay, go ahead. So you're going
So anyways,
to...
I do bring out the packs, and I'm saying, look, I have rations. I can help you if you're hungry. You want... Trust me, we don't taste very good. Most of us are full of liquor, no offense. So the ones who...
We want blood! This is not going to suffice.
Maybe not now, but if we clear the evil in the area, there won't be any fog. You can see. We're trying to help you.
He just growls at you.
I growl back.
Make an intimidation check.
Make a what?
Intimidation check.
2.
Oh,
He's all of them just growl at you, and their teeth are just... Now is going to be Nespira.
I tried.
So you want to use thaumaturgy?
Yeah, but
And to make an earthquake, right?
Basically.
So thaumaturgy, you can do just about anything, and you can make any kind of sound.
Right.
Or an elk sound maybe might help. Or
Oh, that's a good point. Good point.
Hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy, whatever the hell you pronounce it.
Mhm.
And make elk noises.
Go ahead and roll a. I'll let you choose either performance or persuasion.
I'm gonna do it with performance because my modifier is 4.
There you go.
8.
As you make these calls, you hear the high screeching of elk in the background, and elk's not really from this territory, but these wolves are familiar with elk, and they all get up and they'll look in the direction of where they think the elk's coming, and the alpha male, he's confused. He looks up, and they all howl, and they all run off. They all go
Shit, that worked!
They all go in the
You
direction of
Thank you.
these elks.
Are we out of combat?
You are now out of combat.
let's see.
As you all quickly head towards the direction of the manor, you come across a small, broken stone bridge. You all look down, but the fog is so dense you can't see the bottom. You have no idea how far this trench is.
Even us with dark vision.
Yeah, dark vision is no
the
dark.
dark, not
It's
for
for
the
the
fog.
dark. You can't see through fog.
Really
it's
not
yeah,
fog. Okay.
no. The bridge is literally broken directly in the center. The stone that was there was either corroded away or something big had fallen through it. As you guys get there, and Zell looks over and he's like, "God damn it! I can't believe we're just running into so many issues." And he uses teleport and just teleports across the bridge. He's not going anywhere. He's literally looking straight across from you guys. The gap is it's like a 10-foot gap. It's not really far. You can try to jump. You can use rope. Whatever you want to do. What are you guys doing?
I still have Wolfie under my cloak, so I'm just gonna get a running start and jump over it.
Go ahead and roll a athletics check.
9.
9.
You go back as far as you can to get a running start, and you just run. You're going, and you jump. You didn't realize that Wolfie's a little bit heavier than you intended him to be. Than you normally remembered. You just barely hit the side of the wall, and you try to grasp one hand, and Zell's there to grab you, but he just gets you one hand and slips, and you fall. But you hit the bottom, and it wasn't as far as you thought it was. You just got really scared because you thought you were falling forever, and it wasn't that far. Go ahead and take 5 bludgeoning damage. You're only 10 feet down. You're not that far.
Okay, I'm convinced that I could make the jump even though she didn't. So I'm also gonna run back and try and make the jump.
Go ahead and roll athletics.
Okay,
We all going down.
shit. Okay. That's a 6, so I'm gonna fail that.
Same thing. You're running, you go, and you didn't make it as far as she did. You actually fall right down. Go ahead and take 2 bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
wild shape into a wolf.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna turn and look at Little Giant and kind of like look at my back, like kind of see if she wants to hop on.
I would be too big for you then.
You're
Yeah.
a dwarf though, right?
She's a dwarf,
Yeah,
but
I'd still
she's
be
also
heavy.
yeah, she's got a lot of armor on.
I have a lot of armor on.
It's like a 10-year-old child trying to ride a 40-pound dog.
Exactly.
Try.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to try, but it will be at disadvantage.
I do it.
Okay. So she's riding you?
No,
I don't want you to like take extra damage because of me, so I'm gonna let you go by yourself.
Well, I'm gonna still stay in wolf form to do this. 'cause
I guess you know what. Go ahead and roll a athletics check with advantage because wolves are a little more athletic in the sense of trying to jump a bar gap.
At 14.
14. Awesome. So you go back as try to get as much of a running start and you jump over and you make it. It's a clean jump. Go ahead and.
I had no way in hell I'm gonna make that jump.
Are you wearing heavy armor?
I am actually.
Go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Fucking 3.
3.
You
Yeah.
fall.
oh,
You
that's
fall.
less.
So yeah, so you run and you're so excited because you can just feel this energy you've never had before, and you go and you run and you run and you trip over your feet and you fall, but you don't. Face first, and you're literally cussing the whole way down, and which is only like one word that so they can get out, and you don't take any damage. You take 0 damage.
Add a
Well, at
way
least
for me to
there's that.
fuck it up. Yeah.
What are the 3 of you doing at the bottom? But as you guys are doing this, you see a rope just whoop. Enzo the whole time he saw the first person he saw go down. He was already getting his rope ready. So as you all are across the bridge, it takes another 30-45 minutes to get to where you're going, and you come up to a giant black just metal gate. It is decrepit. There's vines winding its way all up this metal gate, and when you get to the gate, you see it's purely made of heavy iron and about 20 feet high. Where the gates meet, it's locked. You could try to pull it. You could try to lockpick it, whatever you want to do. But on the pillars of each gate opening, there are giant stone gargoyle statues, just hunched over, basically staring right down at anybody that comes. They're not moving or anything, just giant statues of gargoyles. What are you guys doing?
I kind of want to do another perception check.
Go ahead. What are you trying to perceive?
I don't know what the fuck's up with these gargoyles.
Go ahead and do an investigation check.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, investigation modifier's 3. I got 11, so that's gonna be 14.
14. As you're, touching these pillars, they're kind of high up there. They're about like 8 feet tall, but like as you kind of climb up just a little bit to feel your way around them, they're just stone gargoyles. Their features are not super detailed. They just look like any gargoyle statue you'd see in any creepy manner. Anybody else?
I'm gonna ask Enzel what we should do, since he's all knowing and seems to know what's going on.
So the 3 of you who have the highest perception, you see in the distance behind the gates, you see a ghostly humanoid figure slowly coming and through. He's literally walking up to the gates, and he's completely right in front of you. Well, it seems you all have attained your gifts that I have proven for you. These were many tools I have used in battle. as they were in my hands, it did not seem to be enough to slay my evil brother. I am Alphonse Lucris. I leave it up to you to free the world of Eldred's evil plot. He plans to bring all the demon forces of Avernus and the other 9 hells he thinks he deserves to be. He thinks he deserves to be an angel of the hell and wants to be a part of the hells by releasing all the demons onto this plane. If you let this happen, by having a portal open, he will have his best chances in being able to attain what he wants to happen. I do not know where the portal is, besides knowing it is in the manor of somewhere. You will need to figure out the means of closing the portal. There may be some key of some sort that will aid you in this task. Best of luck to you, warriors. And so, well, this is my time to go. I am just the tour guide of sorts, as I told you before, and aiding you to get to where we needed to be.
Like an evil sense to the place? Can we like smell like magic, like arcane, anything like?
Can we
you
do
say
a
everyone
vibe
says
check,
this place is
Dakota?
evil.
Sure.
I'm very sus about this door, guys. I don't want to go in there.
Let's try this vibe check you said. Whoever wants to roll a vibe check, go ahead.
Modifier?
I got 11.
11?
I got 11.
Got a 12.
12.
Dang, you're super close.
You smell candles. I mean, it's the whole thing seems eerie. You can't really smell anything that besides the candles.
Is there like a temperature to the air around us?
I mean,
Or the air
outside
that comes out of the
a little
as soon as
chilly.
the door opens?
A little chilly. You know, a little. You know, maybe 3 degrees lower than how you guys feel outside.
I will walk through the doors.
I will follow.
Inside.
Yeah, I'll
I
immediately,
chose to be the
immediately
last
follow.
to enter.
Your last
I'll
enter.
follow. Yeah.
As you all enter this beautiful foyer, there's no fog in here. It's dimly lit because there's only so many candles, and it's a big foyer. It's I mean, you know, it's a big manor. But as you all have entered into the foyer, the door behind you just completely shuts. All the candles completely just burn out, and there is lightning outside. It's just it is completely different change than what you had just been dealing with. All of the shutters on all the windows simultaneously, they all shut. Thunder is just everywhere, and you can see a little bit. I mean, you with dark vision, you have better view than most. But dark vision also is not like dark vision goggles, so you can't really see specific things, but you have a better perception of what is around you. A thundering voice shouts out, "Who dares enter my home? You merely seek death by setting foot into these chambers." As the voice has stopped talking, all the light from the oil and everything slowly open up. Like, you can slowly start seeing candles lit again, but not all the candles, just some. And that is where we're gonna finish tonight.